Everybody, and welcome because you have just tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I am your host tonight, Mr. James Yan, comedian extraordinaire. And I'm happy to be with you guys tonight because we are your nightcap of comedy. We're going to give you guys what you need to get you through the night if you guys are working that late shift. I am honored, man, and privileged to be joined in virtual studio with really good friends of mine, fellow comedians, brothers in arms, if you will. First up, the gentleman who helped start all this hilarity over 8 years ago. That's right, a founding father of Real Laughs. I'm talking about Miguel Colon Jr. That's right. Miguel, what's going on?
What's up, man? Hey, man, I'm just getting caught up on some Game of Thrones this weekend. It's a lot of dudes junks in this episode, and I've always been I've honestly hey, hear me out. I've honestly been one to always say I'm not a big fan of unnecessary nudity. I really
Yes.
aren't. Like I'm really not. Like, when I was a young man, of course, I knew in Beverly Hills Cop 2 the exact part where boobs came out. And if you'd pop any VHS tapes that we had in my house, it'd probably start right after some boobs came out. Sometimes I'd forget to rewind.
Yeah.
But dog, I was watching, I guess like the 2 weeks ago when you guys hear this episode of Game of Thrones, I was watching it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know Jeff. I have to ask you, Jeff Kaufman, in the house with us tonight for the law office, Kaufman and Lynn. But I have to ask you, Jeff, if you know anything about the rules on like TV nudity. It was a dude getting his penis suckled to the point where I saw full penis. And I'm sure it was a prosthetic for the scene.
It
Full
was
penis,
because it was
and
a big
then
one and it was a white dude. It's pretty
and
famous.
just mouth to mouth. And I was like, "Can you do that?
I,
Like, can you?"
hold on. I think there's a difference between, simulation and actual see something penetrate. I thought penetration is the no go.
We,
Was this a CGI penis? Was she never actually doing it? She just had her mouth open, and they were like, "Just for this scene, pretend you're a circus seal."
Yeah,
Or, or,
yeah.
and I'm not a prude because here's the thing.
Penetration is
Yeah,
a no go. But
but this thing was penetrating. It was a battering ram too. Like this thing had an elbow.
yeah,
Like,
there's
and
been a
here's
lot
the
of
thing.
there's been a lot of penises on cable lately.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, and this
yeah,
penis was in the mouth though, in the mouth, and I
in
was
the
watching
mouth.
the mouth and the penis.
Huh.
He's right.
Dude, like, yeah, and I mean, of course, like I said, maybe this was a prosthetic penis. I'm assuming that's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
But
so
I
am I.
was like, I said, damn, they didn't cast the Hawk to a girl, like they got her a role because this thing was going at it. And then here's the thing: I'm not a prude, but I don't think like I think lots of times female nudity. I watched the whole Game of Thrones seasons. There were tons of times I was like, all right, man, but we don't need it. Like, I look, boobs are beautiful. I love boobs and stuff. I'm not a little kid. I don't always need it. There's times when I think
Yeah.
it's really important.
Uh
Like,
huh.
if you watch the movie Amistad, when they're showing all the slaves in the ship, I think it's super important to make sure you show these people were unclothed, so that you don't even think there was a moment of dignity to them. You
Yes.
should know that their
Yes.
dignity was swiped from them.
Mm.
When you see things that are supposed to portray something where you need to understand the rawness and the emotion of it, I think
Mm.
that's it. But a lot of
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
times with
whoa.
sex, and dude, I watch porn, so I
Governor
know,
DeSantis would
but a
agree.
lot of times with sex, I don't think, yeah, I don't think in
He's
sex scenes in movies, it's always as necessary to get as naked. And I turned
I'm
on my Game of Thrones, and I'm struggling with House of the Dragon. I'm just not really feeling it that much.
okay.
And lo and behold, I watched a guy getting gawked up, and I was like, okay. And then there was a full frontal scene of like one of the young Targaryen princes, and
Yeah.
and hey, look, man, he had realistic junk. Like
Yeah, he
he didn't
did.
have impressive TV junk. I was
Mm-mm.
like, damn,
Mm-mm.
homie, you
Mm.
bold.
It wasn't Brazzers junk, right? It
No,
wasn't that.
man.
No.
No,
Yeah.
man. That was Brazzers Okinawa. Like my man had me feeling like, yo, I'll show
Yo.
you my junk. All right, yo,
Hey,
TV.
hey, knuck if you buck, right?
Yeah, I was like, okay, player. I get it. It's drafty in King's Landing. All right, homie. But the dude before him was like, just like the battering ram the orcs had in Lord of the Rings. Like, boom. Like the dude before him had tied his in a knot so it wouldn't hit the ground.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
here's the Here's
I
the
was
thing.
like, all right. So I just didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny, man. Oh, before we go on to also, we got to make sure we introduce the man, the myth, the legend himself, a really good comic, as well as the gentleman who produces comic books, as well as one of the greatest lawyers in this great country of ours. He can practice law in over 18 states. Of course, he represents the law
Seven
offices of
Kingdoms.
the seven kingdoms, two realms,
Oh,
and three
Beyond the
dimensions.
Wall.
Beyond the wall. Yes.
Beyond the Wall. Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff Kaufman's
Beyond the
Beyond the
wall.
Wall, and he's like, Your Honor, so you're trying to tell me that the White Walkers can't steal babies now? Well, I guess there are 37 genders now. We done lost Westeros already. Change of venue. Let's take this to Pentos. I think it's disgusting that if I close my eyes, I could draw you a map of Westeros and name where all the great houses live. And if you ask me to explain Ukraine, I'm like, it's up there. Like, it's really cold where it's at. Somewhere near Poland. And
I'm like, isn't it right by Santa's place in the North
Yeah.
Pole? Like, that's where
it's the
at.
west side where the Grinch live, where the Whoville is.
It's not a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
It is amazing that that's actually probably true.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Close my eyes right now. I'd be like, you're talking about the Riverlands? Well, I mean, House Tully lives over here, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, give me 3 cities in Ukraine. I'm like, Kiev, something lava, blah, 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 and Leningrad 2, the sequel?
Leningrad,
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
And everybody in America's like, correct.
He's
That's
like,
correct.
wow, he's good.
He's good. He's good.
He's good. He can go up against one of them Indian kids in a spelling bee.
He could.
Yeah. Here, I got one for you, little Indian kid. Spell deodorant. Yeah, all right, gotcha. Got him. Zing. Zing.
I don't know about you boys, but you know how I spell freedom? TRUMP. You're damn right.
Yeah, that's right. All caps.
All caps.
All caps.
Oh man.
As long
I'm
as we're
feeling
starting
good.
off slow, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Big old digital dongs. That's the name of this episode.
I tell you, I
Talk
laugh
about it.
because my comic books, I took so much heat over my books, and now you got full oral
Yes.
in sci-fi now, and I was
Bro,
taking
full
heat because
oral.
of the name of my book.
Full oral.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
bro, it's the Wild Wild
It
West on
started
TV right
with
now.
Samwise. Yeah.
For real,
Yeah,
bro.
dog.
I
It started with
I saw that
Samwise and
episode.
Frodo getting weird in that bed. Yeah, I watched him. I saw him just pull a thing open, and dude was getting gawked up. And I was like, and then the best part about it was like, they had to do like, hey, whoa, hold on, stop. Okay, hold on, one more time. Just, hey, girl, let's teeth. Like, I want to see this.
Hey, let's not even forget it got weirder because his brother and all his friends walked in.
Well, that's just the homies, man. Yo, you making it weird now.
Okay.
Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
And that's exactly what went down.
His brother and them walked in. They were like, "Hey, yo, you banging this old lady? Ew! Look at your dong. Ew! You supposed to be a king. You ride a dragon? That's what you flexing?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would've-
you ride a
yo.
dragon, and this is what
Hey, you know that dude getting gawked up with the 7-foot thing was like, you a dragon rider now, girl. Imagine you get cast. You like, get
Oh
this,
my
guys.
God.
They want me to play a King's Landing simple folk in Game of Thrones. Oh my God, honey, you gonna be a Game of Thrones? That's gonna be great. You got any lines? Yeah.
Is that
But you got to
equity?
think about
you
it
know
right
it
now.
isn't TV.
Right now in our world. Think about
Uh-huh.
this way. The last week, all I hear is about some girl talking about doing it.
Hawk
Yes.
to a girl, man.
And she is a
Sure.
super celebrity. That's all we want to talk about. We
Ladies,
got
you see how easy it is
we
to
got a
get to our
presidential.
hearts?
Oh,
Yo, the
And
president's
you know
going
something?
off on their
I don't
golf
care what
swings.
people try to tell us anymore. I'm
Uh-huh.
not listening to anybody telling me what's right and wrong anymore. I think we just put it to an internet vote, because if that's the top thing I'm seeing right now, that's what the people want.
Yeah.
They don't want anything else. Don't tell me about, this person's offended, that person offended. That girl made $60,000 off baseball caps.
Yeah.
Marlins haven't made $60,000 off baseball caps this season.
That's true.
You see how
That's
easy
funny.
it is, ladies? You always trying to figure us out.
We're not complicated.
Nope.
Just some hawk tour, you know, and then leave us alone. And then whatever you want. Guess what? I think we should go to vacation where you said. You
That's
catch
right.
me right after some hawk tour. You
I'll
hawk
agree.
tour, spit on that thing, and then you like, hey, my mom should live here. I'm like, move her in now. No, get that bitch in here now. I love her. Get me a Gatorade and a cigarette and leave me alone.
Load for at
You want to watch
least
some
2
Game of
hours.
Thrones, Ma? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a dragon.
Clearly, when that dude got naked and he had not the biggest one, clearly he was letting us know winter was coming. It was cold.
Yeah.
Winter is here.
I said that's what happens when you Targaryens interbreed.
Oh man.
You got that Kunkle D when your cousin's your uncle.
Kunkel. Holy crap. Holy crap, man.
It made me feel great though. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, this ain't that bad. This
Yeah, I'm all right. Because I'm used to watching porn where I'm like, is everybody's a foot long? And now I watch this and I was like, cool, man, you can be a famous actor and play a king and still run around with a concealed weapon D. Okay.
That's right. There you go,
Everyday
man.
carry piece.
There you go.
My hero.
You know, little 22. You know, not a Desert Eagle. 22.
People were like, he got a small D. I was like, you know what? You go to hell. How about that? How about he's a great guy and he makes girls laugh? How about that? How about that?
He got a heart of gold. He just,
he's cool. I think he's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I think he's a swell guy. Yeah. They were like, look how small his thing was. I was like, yeah, you're hateful.
Yes. You're mean-spirited, if you will.
Yeah, I hope he becomes the king now. I'm rooting for him now.
There you go.
Because he's just an everyday normal guy.
But
that dude in the brothel with the giant thing, I hope he gets dysentery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, of course, millions of people do it. It's Game of Thrones. Even if it's not big.
I'm talking the sequel.
It's not just on it.
House of Dragon?
Yeah, that's what we're watching.
Yes, they do.
I mean,
yes, they do.
And I criticize it every week, and I watch it.
And you watch it. You're still going to watch it.
Millions and millions of people.
Absolutely.
I'm going to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's on Sunday.
I'm invested.
Yeah.
They just threw a giant D in my face, and I was like, yeah, it's a streaming show, you know? Yeah. I've never watched it on a Sunday. I watched that thing on a Monday afternoon. I'm supposed to be at work.
I'm still waiting for Peter to come out and say the dragons are being mistreated. I'm still waiting for that.
I'm waiting for Diddy to come out and be like, oh, y'all could do that in Westeros, but I do it at one of my parties. And me and the dad from Family Matters are weird now. Wow. Black man can't get a fair shake.
Or have anybody shake it for him.
Would you say, Cassie?
Oh, my, stop it. Stop. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Who's walking out of his hotel room right now?
Oh my God. Nope. I'm not doing this with you.
Farnsworth
with the umbrella.
Get over here, girl, now. Come on.
I think Farnsworth is one of the guys like Dave Chappelle trying to help her, like, bitch, run. Like, I think he was that dude.
I think the whole band is just sitting there chained in the back room, like, you gotta be real quiet.
Oh my God.
So he'll send you out for cheesecake and then you just go.
And you won't be found again. No one knows where day 21 is. Nobody knows where they went.
He's a monster. I can't believe it, man. And I believe it. But it's just like, man, the more I learn, Diddy's a monster.
Yep. Everything they said about him was probably true.
And I never knew the guy. Here's the thing. But I honest to God, also, I gotta be real, man. I would have been one of those people who've been like, y'all just hating on Diddy. And now I see this and I'm like, man,
actually, weren't you one of the ones saying?
Yeah, I was one of the people defending it. I think y'all just hating on Diddy, man, and he's a monster. And poor people who are his victims are trying to explain it. And dudes like me who don't even know him are like, yeah, man, he produced some really good records, so I'll give him a chance.
We did it before, and we did it with him. Absolutely.
Well, guys, I mean, look at it this way. I know we got to come back in a second. We should keep talking about this one.
No, we should. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Everybody, you are still listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host today, Mr. James John. I'm joined in virtual studio with my comedy brothers, Miguel Colon Jr. and Jeff Batman Kaufman. Now, we were just talking about P. Diddy, how a lot of us, and I'm going to admit it, when I first heard the charges against Diddy, a lot of us were like, man, I don't know about that. I'm going to say that. We were like, I don't know.
James,
about
and I'll
that.
say this too. I didn't come from the standpoint of let me get some evidence and find out if any of this is true.
Yeah.
I came from the standpoint of, man, I don't believe that. Without taking in any time to process any evidence or anything, I was
Mhm.
already on, nah, come on. Not somebody I like. That
Yeah,
was enough.
that's
Somebody I like
that's that's
You
was
do you
exactly
enough
do
it.
for
real you
me.
do realize we cover for people. I mean, we really do. We
Talk
have the
about
Yeah.
it.
internet. We have hundreds of thousands of outlets. But when we want to protect somebody, we don't say anything.
Yeah.
I
Look
mean,
at the
if you
whole,
want
look
to
at
think,
the,
Diddy is like Epstein in a way. When you think about it, we don't have the names of everybody who went to
Diddy's
Epstein
not
Island.
innocent, Jeff.
No,
No,
no.
stop it. Stop it. Oh my God.
I mean,
I
I mean, think
agree.
of it this way: all that
Yeah.
Go ahead.
nobody's saying anything other than the guys who didn't go.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, think of it this way:
Yeah.
you have 50 Cent who's going. He can say, "I didn't
Yeah.
go."
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
everyone else, I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody
Yeah.
Yep.
is saying a word, and that's because they were there, man.
Yeah.
And that's a great point, Jeff. The fact that if he was so brazen to do what he did in that hotel, when he knows there's cameras, that means he's been doing this in front of certain groups for a long time, and no one said anything, but they knew. They
Yeah.
knew he had been acting that way.
You think
So
he was thinking about cameras? He wasn't
no,
thinking about a camera. He was
no.
running out. The girls tried to sneak out. Who knows what the hell happened in there?
In the room, what we
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah, you
see.
don't you
yeah.
don't even know how
Yeah.
bad well, we don't even know how bad she got it. Like
Yeah.
we know that she was a victim. We already know she was a victim of horrible abuse in just that one moment, and we all know if you see it that one time, that's not the first and
Only time.
only time.
But
Yes.
you got to ask
Absolutely.
yourself some questions. And here's the tough one. They had that video a year ago. Case already settled. He already wrote her a check.
Yeah.
That's what people aren't thinking about. We just got to go, oh, that this happened yesterday. No, it happened a
Yeah,
year ago. This camera's there. Everyone signed off in agreement that she got a check. So why are we seeing it now?
because
What
new cases you were saying, right?
who
Like,
put it out now?
Who did it? Yeah, I want to know who, because someone did it for a reason.
Yep.
Now it's very
And
strategic
how
why
many
they did
people had
that.
access to it? That's the whole thing. And he goes, I'll tell you when he settled, he goes, I don't have to deal with this ever again. Nope. Everything's covered. If
He
I was
knew.
him, I'd be calling my attorney and going, who are we suing?
Yeah, who did this? Because
You
I'm
know.
screwed right
I
now.
mean, right now you have a lot of people, and this happens a lot. It's happening all over the place, and we're just blind to it, man. Like you got the stuff going on with Biden now, where everyone's like going, "Oh, we want him to quit. He's not there." Well, when did you make that decision?
yeah. He's been a Roomba for a while now, man.
I mean, and the questions they've been showing us these videos of every reporter looking down at like a set of questions that they have. I'm going, when
Going.
the hell were the reporters given the questions
Hey,
before?
I
when
saw
they
a
when
reporter quit. I saw a reporter quit in the middle of the debate, going, "He's not going to know the answer. I'm not going to
my
ask him."
my boy David Santino out in Austin has this great joke, and he's like, hopefully, he's like, at some point, somebody just comes up to Biden and stabs him with a knife, and we're like, oh, he's cake, you know? He's like, now it all makes sense.
Oh,
Oh
Ah, he was
God!
cake. Hey, when they
Oh,
were going at it about their golf handicaps,
that
uh,
was beautiful.
there was two
two
Mwah.
parts.
old
There
white
was two
guys.
parts of this, guys.
Oh,
There's two parts to this. One, of course, it was the great old white man battle.
Yeah.
Uh, and it was like, am I really watching this? Is this really part of the presidential debate? But then, and I'm not the biggest Donald Trump supporter at all, but I was like, come on, Biden, you know you ain't gonna outdrive Donald Trump. You can't.
No, not
Y'all
at
couldn't walk.
all.
He could outwalk you to the hole, and he's not even that strong.
Oh my God! I
there ain't a guy on the planet right now who's ever played golf who listened to that conversation and was going, "Oh, these people ain't lying." He can't walk up
Yeah,
on
yeah,
stage.
yeah.
How's he going to hit a ball? I mean, I was sitting the whole time going, "Wait a minute, I was a double bogey golfer. You
Mm,
think this guy's beating me?"
no,
I was like, "That's not the way
no.
that's going to play." I mean, you're talking
I love how
36
that's the
over
point that
72.
changed
I
the
was a
narrative.
90, and this guy's saying he's like in the 70s. I'm like, "Oh, you liar!" You
That's
know?
how we should do it, Miguel. We should let them decide who's going to be president over a
Yeah,
game of
go
golf.
play.
And
Go
they should put
play.
a team. It should put a team. It should put a team together. 4 on
Nice.
4, best hole. Because you know it ain't gonna be the president's hole. He's like, hey, just real quick, here's the head of my Secret Service, John Daly. Been in Secret Service agent the whole time. And Trump's like, this guy's a liar. This guy's a cheater. What do you think, economic advisor Tiger Woods? Biden's all out of it. He's like, you think we can get Happy Gilmore on the phone? Adam Sandler knows him, right?
Oh my god, man. So yeah, so that actually happened. That debate was sad, and I
Yeah.
think that was the time you say to the to the Democrats, hey, y'all know that didn't go well, right? Y'all
Yeah.
all know that
I was looking at the Democrats and I was like, I hope y'all know the buy rules. And you're like, shh, check it out. We're going to pull a swap in a minute. I'm
yeah.
like, this is the time, like he doesn't, next thing you know, The Rock just comes out.
Yes.
I saw John Cena retired for wrestling. I'm like, is that your plan?
Is that your
Yep.
If John Cena came out and ran for the Democrats, every Republican would be like, oh, God damn it. What's my choice now? Oh, God damn it.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
true.
you dirty rotten
It's
sons of bitches. You did this one to me.
You did it this time. I gotta hand it to you. God damn you,
So what
Democrats.
do you really think? Mike, I've been talking about them swapping him out for the last 6 months.
How do you do that, though?
I've-
You got to
I've
wait till
said
what,
it-
September?
No,
Jeff
no,
can explain it.
No,
He
it's
can
real
explain it.
simple. It's real simple. They could vote him out at the DNC conference. They could do that. But if he walks away from it,
Is that disgraceful though? Is that seen as
what he's going to say is this. This is what he's got to do. If he plans to talk again, because he doesn't go anywhere without the teleprompter and without anything else right now. I mean, the last 2 interviews he gave and they reported, they said, yeah, they give us the questions and we're only allowed to read the questions they hand us, which is a weird thing. I mean, that's never been an interview before. And they're telling it. And the American people are like, no. So what's going to happen is this. So this is my feeling. There's either going to be a sickness or he's going to say, you know what? I want to spend the next 4 years with my family. This is about my family and I want to do this. And Carmela, they're going to give her about $28 million to run some private organization. So she's going to go too. And then they're going to find
John Cena and The Rock tag team. Bum, 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 bum.
I like that. You smell what the Rock's doing?
Freedom.
I mean, think who would they pull really? They'll either say, okay, we want the governor of Massachusetts or we want that guy from Texas who's not even a governor.
Wait. But let me ask this though, Jeff, because I think this is important for people to understand.
Yeah.
Both ways, him being removed, one's disgraceful, correct? If he
gets
voted out, that changes
Yeah.
his legacy for president, correct?
He could just walk out and
yes,
any election and everything else is done. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
They'll just.
I think there's a third option. He wakes up in the middle of the night, walks out of his room, and just walks around D.C. and we can't find him. He's just like, where's my house? Barry.
I brought up something the other day that, oh my God, I don't even know if this gets out. I shouldn't even talk about this.
You should
do it.
Oh,
do it.
Man.
Why are you scared?
Okay.
Don't be a pussy.
What does the Secret Service do?
They protect people that they're assigned to.
They protect the president and his family.
They do.
Counterfeit.
So
money.
every child has a Secret Service team with him, right?
They sure do.
Okay. Now, am I missing something? But if Hunter Biden is buying crack at 7-Eleven, that means the Secret Service guys were sitting there watch him buy crack at the Secret and did nothing.
Who do you think drove, baby?
Yeah, baby, come on, man. Who called up Rick? Hey, Rick, what up, man? It's Donovan. Hey, you still moving them packs? I grew up with it, man. I did a couple years in the Marines, became a Secret Service. You up? Hey, I got I got a client for you, player.
You think of the drug dealers that were dealing with this and go, oh, it's cool. The Secret said they're already here. We don't have to worry about getting busted.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, when they did the criminal case against Hunter, they were there when the guy bought the gun. They were there when everything was going on.
Yeah, he bought a gun as a felon. How does he do that?
He's not.
Hey, Donovan. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, you got a Gap player? Same.
They're going. Did this guy just? And the wife is going into the car, pulling out the drug paraphernalia, the guns, and the Secret Service guys are just sitting there eating their chips, watching this.
They just sitting there eating.
And why weren't any of them called in the criminal case?
Taking a bullet for this dude.
Yeah,
I mean, if I was the prosicutor in that case, I'd go. I want to know the detail that was working with him that day.
I wonder if the Secret Service have some kind of immunity to something.
No, they don't. In fact, what they have to do,
we looked it up. Yeah,
is they have to send reports at the end of their shift to say what happened, what they saw, and everything else. So there had to be reports where it's going, because he was saying I was doing crack every 20 minutes in his book, not anything else. I'm talking like he wrote that in his book.
You doing crack every 20 minutes and you haven't dropped an ill album, then you're wasting my time.
That's true, man. Bobby Brown frowns upon you.
Oh my God, man.
I mean, it
True.
seems so weird that all this goes on, and we just kind of like, especially with the internet. I mean, you get busted in 10 seconds. How many times have you been tagged? How the hell
Yeah.
was he never tagged in a photo?
Oh, we know why. We know why.
Yeah,
They
that's
got
true.
Zuckerberg on speed dial, baby. Come on,
Pull that
man.
tag. Pull that tag.
Pull that tag. Nah, man. Don't let
You
that video
know.
out, baby. You know
Could you
I
what we
bet
imagine
you
do.
the
them doing a
Secret Service.
selfie, doing crack? They could pull it.
Hey, the Secret Service were like they hated Hunter so much. They're like, hey player, why don't you just get your own gun and you can defend yourself? Hey Donovan, you up, dog? Yeah, I'm gonna have Sundays off now, player. Yeah. Mama doing good. I
Oh yeah,
appreciate what you do for her.
yeah, it's
You
nice,
know,
man. You're a good dude, man.
you all
So
right,
there's,
man.
can you think about literally all the secrets that I know it's funny for me to say, no pun intended, all the secrets that truly the Secret Service sees from these bad kids that are president's kids and their details and all the stuff they got to just
Yeah, man.
like
You know,
sweep. Come on, man,
Hunter
think
Biden
about
probably
it.
had an alien with him. Is
Yeah,
Hunter Biden an alien and one of Castro's clones, one of the young ones? He's only like
And
yeah, the
Cat
15.
clone.
Williams. And Cat
Yeah,
Williams.
and Cat Williams. Yeah, and they riding around in the Secret Service's Durango. They don't even get the nice car.
Yeah,
And he's like, they're all blasting stones. And the Secret Service agents just sitting there like, hey, just smoking a joint. Talking about, hey, man, this is the easiest detail I ever got, man.
that's
Nobody,
right.
the entire assignment was keep him away from the White House.
That's
Hey,
right.
sir, yes, sir, yesterday
That's right.
you wanted to buy some crack. Where? Delaware. That's good.
Great, great.
That's
Keep him
great.
out of DC, baby. Yeah,
The
just keep
weird
him out
thing
of
is
there.
he's just living there now. He's at every event. He's
Yeah.
at everything. Have you noticed that? This
He
dude just
grounded.
got busted,
That's what
and
happens when
now
you
he
get
can't
grounded.
be anywhere. I mean,
Hunter, you got to stop, Hunter. You got to stop smoking them cracks, man. You're gonna,
Man, he always says,
man,
man.
man. I'm tired, Hunter. Hunter, it's gonna look bad for the president. Barack finds out I'm gonna lose my job as the vice president. What do you mean I'm president? Hunter, you're smoking crack. Hunter, go hang out with Donovan. Get out of here today. I gotta play golf. I got a zero handicap.
Yeah, that Donovan's a good kid.
what they
He
didn't
said,
say
Mr.
was
President,
miniature
what's your
golf.
handicap? And
Jeez.
I just talk a little slow. That's all. That's all.
It's it.
I can't wait to just wash my IROC in front of my house. Get back to real life.
IROC. God dang it. Oh my God. That's
See,
a great
the world
question,
we
Jeff.
live
I
in.
hope somebody out there can answer.
I don't want
Like
it. Somebody's going to be knocking on my door
I know.
halfway
Like,
through this.
how could he do any of that and he had Secret Service with him? He's like, hey man, y'all know the
I
rules,
don't think
player.
he can.
At the end
But
of the
then
day, you
again,
said they fill out a log, right? So that I
They
know
have
what
to do
that
a
log
log at the end
said.
of the
That
day,
log
what they
says
saw.
snitches get stitches, and that's it. That's all it
Yeah.
said.
What's in your log? You see I drew a picture of Rick James? You know what we did.
Rick James.
What's this
Give
picture of
it
R.
to
Kelly?
me.
I don't want to remember that day, sir.
You remember
Oh my
what was it?
God.
Chris Rock did that point, not thinking about me. That he was talking. Hurricane happened. He was doing that thing with that bit with Bill Clinton. That he was anything that happened bad in the country. It was great because they weren't thinking about the president.
Oh, that's right. Distraction. Look over here. Look over
Distraction.
here. Yeah, there you
You
go.
know, I mean, the P Diddy stuff. That's a good one. What else do you think we can pull up?
Don't say that, bro.
I mean,
Don't say
they'll
that.
find something. Big
They're gonna-
hurricane coming. That gives me a week.
Oh, I know politicians
Yeah.
love when the hurricanes come, and they're like, man.
Like that one
Break
right
out-
about to hit Texas. That's all we're gonna hear.
Uh-huh. Here we go. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We got more hilarity on the way right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Back, everybody. You are still tuned in to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James Young. And don't forget, we are your nightcap of comedy. I'm joined in virtual studio with Miguel Colon Jr., one of the forefathers of this thing we call Real Laughs, and as well as our official sponsor and a good friend of ours and a fellow comedian, Mr. Jeff Batman Kaufman. I want to remind you guys, if you don't follow us on social media, you guys are going to miss out on all these great events that we'll be doing. And you guys need to go there to get tickets for all the things that are coming up. That's right. And one of those events, if you guys want to know about, is All for the Money. This is going to be a great one, my people, because as you can see, it is all about America. That's right, people. When you need us.com/events, you go there, you get yourself some complimentary free tickets, and you guys can come out and share in the hilarity. It is an interactive comedy show like no other in Orlando. You get 10 brand new minutes of comedy from Ken Miller, Miguel Colon Jr., myself, and Mr. Jeff Kaufman, as well as us playing interactive games throughout the night with the audience. And we give away over $2,000 in cash and prizes. I can't say this enough, people. It is truly a party each and every time we do this show. You guys get to be a part of everything that we do. Everybody feels included. It's a damn good time. So go to whenyouneedus.com/events. Get those tickets right now. Also, there's one more thing I want to let you guys know about that's happening. The good people over at the South Brevard Sharing Center, they help families get back on their feet. They give them the basic needs with food, clothing, and they help them with rental properties and whatnot when they need it, so they can get back on their feet and get back there in the workforce. They're putting on a comedy show, and all the proceeds will go to the Sharing Center. This is going down on Friday, July 19th, 2024. The tickets are only $25. You guys go get them now, but Moose members can get them only for $20. It'll be myself, Mr. James John headlining, Mr. 407, Kevin Dean, Marvin Izzy, and also Chris Alexander, friends of the show. Make sure you guys go look at my social media, get tickets for that, because that is going to help the community. They do a lot of good. All right, guys, I want to ask y'all something real quick. First off, I want to make sure everybody had a good 4th of July, right? You guys had a good one. Y'all ate plenty. You had good food, fireworks.
Yeah, I live right by the fireworks, so for
I
me,
saw you flexing, sir. I saw you take
yeah,
some beautiful pictures of Lake Eola, where you live, man. You didn't have to
yeah.
go nowhere. You just opened up the back blinds and you had a full show right there.
Went to Publix, loaded up on typical July 4th crap food.
Yeah.
Watch that. But the cool thing is, the next night I went to, we have a local circus that comes into town about once a year called Venardos. It's a very
Yes.
small circus. A guy was living out of his truck like 10 years ago, and he had a dream of starting a circus. And 10 years later, he's got it.
There
And
you
he
go.
travels all around the country with about 8, 9 performers. And it's a fantastic show. It's a
Nice.
great family oriented show. It's fun. It's cool. The talent is as good as any place you'll see on Cirque du Soleil or anything else like that.
That's what I've
So
heard, man. Now, is it a Latin American theme circus? Is that what it is?
a
Or
lot of the entertainers are from Brazil and
okay.
Cuba and places there, but you couldn't. It's not like the things in
It's not the
Spanish or anything.
theme of it. No. Okay, gotcha.
But they're
Very nice.
fantastic entertainers, and I mean, it really takes you back to the feeling of the old days of what it was
Okay.
like to travel with a circus, and you could see this tight group of people, and it doesn't come off like, oh yeah, there's 7,000 people running the circus. It
Mhm.
feels like there's like 20 people total.
It's family run. Now, where is
And
this actually at, Jeff, for people out there listening who want to go?
this one's in Kissimmee. It's at the Westgate, right in front of the Westgate. And I think they're there another week or two.
And
And if you
until
have a chance,
August 17th right now.
and
Gotcha.
June
it's a
23rd to
fantastic
August
show.
17th.
I went
Gotcha.
last year, loved it. They were coming back. I went again, and you know what? I'll go again next year.
I will check that out, man. I'm about to
Yeah.
go on vacation to Westgate, so that's right up my
Oh,
alley,
look
my
at
friend.
you.
Yeah,
All you got to do is walk out.
I'm telling Miguel this right now. He's going to be surprised. I'm going on vacation with no children. It is just me
My man.
and Michelle. That's right,
You
man.
never needed them. You never needed them. Hey, bro, that's what's up, man. You cut them off completely?
No,
Do they
man.
like oh, come on.
No.
You get baby steps. I'm just saying. They still got your phone number?
we still friends on Facebook.
My man.
James threw away the
Lydia.
Apple tags. That's how much he cares.
Yeah.
He pulled all their Apple tags. You don't
Now,
care
I
anymore.
know this was easy for you to do. Was this easy for Michelle to do without the kids?
It was Michelle's idea.
Woo! Oh, it's
Baby,
time.
come on, man. Look at that. Look at that.
It's
And now,
time.
Miguel, remind everybody what we're talking about. Miguel has something that he normally tells all my children.
I gather his children together for 15 years now almost.
Yes.
I've gathered James's children together. And you got to remember, what's the oldest? 22?
23 now.
23? So for 15 years, I've been telling these kids this. I'd gather them around when we got back from a show. They'd be so excited. And I'd let them know, if your father didn't have you, he'd be going places. You hold him back. So love him deeply, because all he needs to do is clip y'all off to the top, man. To the top.
And my kids love Miguel for that.
Now
He's
listen.
crazy.
Yeah, listen. I mean, you got to understand, Jeff. They were so young. They're like sitting on my knee, and I'm like, your daddy could do so much without you. I'm
Oh
like,
my
listen,
God.
boys, I'm
God
just here to
bless him.
tell you, your daddy gives me the word. Y'all all gone. Now, here's the deal.
All of
This is a good time to move on all of them.
them.
You
Yeah.
and Michelle will be away and isolated. It's time
Mm-hmm.
for this to be like the end of the Godfather, but just
Nice.
kicking him out of stuff. Like, instead of it being hits and murder, and they're just like, "What's going on, man? Why is Netflix not working? My phone's dying. What's happening? Everything all at
Yes.
once."
Oh my God. Yes, bro.
And at
That
the
would be the
same time,
ultimate.
you and Michelle, yeah, you're just sitting there at mass, and they're like, "Habo Santro Diem de Patre, James Yon, do you accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior?" I do. And at the same moment, Devin's like, "My phone's canceled." Like, James, do you rebuke Satan and all his works? I do. Why are they towing our car? James and all it.
Hey man,
Kim
Allstate
Rich,
just
man.
said I don't have car insurance.
Yes.
Hey,
Allstate
Daddy,
thinks.
what's up with
Who are you
my
kidding? It was
bank
the general,
account?
James. Who are
Yeah.
you kidding?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's time,
Oh
man.
man,
It's time. We
it
move
is.
on them all.
Oh, I got a quick question for you guys, comedy related, because we like to, peer behind the curtain, so to speak, give people a behind the scenes kind of look at stuff. I think I'm about to the point where I'm going to have a hard conversation with a booker that I've been working with for a long time. Here's what I'm
Hear that,
talking about, and
Margaret?
I'm sure you. You son of a bitch. What happens is when you first start comedy, as you guys know, you will take gigs, man. You'll search for gigs, you'll get them, and you won't have high paying gigs. You'll take stuff for cheap. You'll $50, $75, man, but you'll work. You're working on your craft. So you'll work these places beginning. And you keep working and you move up and you get to different places that pay more, then you get to different places that pay even more than that. And at some point, you no longer, or okay, at some point, it's no longer financially reasonable or feasible for you to work those places where you first started for that same amount of money. Have you guys been where I'm talking about, where you have to tell
Oh
that
yeah,
booker,
man.
hey, thank you guys
This is
so
my
much?
last all for the money show. This show's doing too well. This I can't go out in the streets without hearing people talking about all for the money. I'm sitting there like the five heartbeats. I'm sitting there eating my popcorn like this show ain't nothing without me. Nothing.
Eddie K.
Yep.
It's Miguel K. It's
Eddie
Miguel
K.
Cologne featuring Real Laughs. I'm gonna tell them next week, man. I ain't coming. I ain't coming.
Oh my
Lose it all.
God.
I'll be at the reunion show. I should have
Hey
never
guys.
left you, brothers.
Oh man.
Y'all gonna walk
But
past me. I'm on Church Street eating a pickle from the ground. Hey guys, y'all think y'all could bring me back to the show? It's been hard.
eating a pickle from the ground. Damn, we don't even sell pickles.
They were cucumbers. Now they're pickles.
Yeah.
It's just
I
eating a
left them in my
prosthetic from House
dirty
of
socks.
Dragon.
They turned to pickles. Yeah.
Oh my
Y'all just see me in the rain with a newspaper over my head in the alley. Hey man, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I want back in. I forgive y'all.
God. I forget y'all.
I've been
Oh
All
man.
right, all right,
I've been
James.
living in
James,
Hunter
bottom
Biden's
line is
car.
what happened?
Well, nothing happened yet. It's just I can't work certain places anymore for the money I used to make. When I was starting out, we made a certain amount of money and it was cool. But me and Miguel have come to this realization, hey man, I don't want to do shows that are not only not fun for me to do, where you have to fight the audience or fight the environment, but I want to be paid what I'm worth. And there's a certain worth that me and you know every comedian who's been doing this a long time and doing well at it that we've earned. I don't want to do shows for $100. I don't want to do shows for a certain amount of that
I
of
won't do
money that I
anything for yeah. There's 1-200 like show up.
yeah,
It's
I'm
unless it's a
and
homie, especially these young
yes,
kids.
there's a
Like
homie
you know
hookup.
what I'm
Yes,
saying?
there
These
is.
Kevin Dean, Jari, and also these young cats, Kevin Dean, Jari.
Yeah,
When these young cats
yes,
hit me up and I know they got a small budget and they starting out on their own, I'm like, man, I remember how excited I was when Dean would do one of my $200 shows.
that's
When
right.
one of you
That's
guys
right.
would do one of my $200 shows. So when
That's
one of
right.
these young kids reach out to me, I do think about
We give it
how
back. Yes,
helpful
we
it
do.
is sometimes. Yeah, man, because people did it for me.
Yes, absolutely. But there's bookers who started with us who were like, man, it's yesterday's price is not today's, and then not because I'm
Yeah.
snooty. I worked. I put in sweat, tears, sacrifice. It's not that anymore. So I'm gonna have to talk to a gentleman that supported me when I started out. I give him credit, but I can't continue to make that amount of money because I know what I bring to the
Yeah,
table
man.
now. So
It costs one
that,
Bitcoin to get milk now.
bro, talk about that. Talk like I'm sure Jeff Kaufman, when you were starting out in law and you first started as your own practice, you had certain prices that you guys did. And as you got more successful and you guys learned more and you got a reputation and it was good and you got more bars that you could do in other states,
Yeah.
the price goes up, does it not? As you get
You know
better.
how many you know how
Well,
many
here's
times Craig walked in, he was like, "Look at all this protein whey. Oh man, we're gonna defend this guy."
yeah, we had a. I remember those. See, when you first opened your own office and you didn't have you don't come with all these cases and everything.
Yeah,
Whatever walks in the door. So you're practicing God every area of law that comes in the door. You don't even know how to do it, and you're taking these cases. And I
that's right.
remember some of those moments, and it really makes you who you are later on
Okay.
because you appreciate the money coming in, you appreciate what you had to do.
Hmm.
Uh, a lot of the attorneys I compete with now never had that experience.
Hmm.
They were fortunate. They worked for big firms,
They
and
work for
then they
big firms. They didn't
and then
take the
they
leap
took a
that you
bunch of
did.
their clients with them, and we're
Okay.
fortunate that way. We
Okay.
had zero. Matt, Craig, and I, when we opened up that office in '98,
Mm.
uh, it was nothing. I mean, we
Hmm.
had no idea how we were going to get business,
Hmm.
and we had to learn.
Yeah.
And over time, you get better at it. But I think about the stuff we do, like the stand up. When you guys talk about this, I'm early on in my stand up career.
Hmm.
And I do stand up because it makes me a better lawyer and it gets me out in the community. And I love that. I said,
Hmm.
but man, some days that sucks. When you sit there and and either we did a show, we weren't sure anybody's going to show up.
That's right.
We were sitting there and we're going, okay, there's two of us.
Yep.
And it was like 16 minutes before the show started. And everyone piled in that last.
Thank
But
God for that.
before
Yeah.
that, I'm looking at you going, I really was looking forward to doing this. And now
Hmm.
we've got nobody.
Nobody. And that's
So
what you
yeah,
have to deal with. And when you start out, you go through that. We've all had horrible experiences and great experiences starting out, but you mature, you get better, and you got to go through what I got to go through right now and tell people, hey man, I love you. Thanks for the opportunity, but I make this now, and you got to stand on that. There's nothing wrong with that because
That's
what's
what
going to
you're gonna
happen
tell
is
your
sometimes,
kids, right?
yeah, I'm gonna tell them that, yeah.
That's yeah, and then worry about the booker later.
Yeah, yeah. And what'll happen is you'll get pushback. You'll have guys be like, "Oh man, you're gonna act like this now." Like, yeah, I am gonna act like this now. I've earned the fact that I get to make more money now, just like you did when you started out with your business. So,
people have to be willing to choose what they want, how they want it. But then
amen.
again, if you're not worth it, that's a tough thing too, because like we talk about this all the time about how people say, "Oh, I want to be headlining." You've been
Yeah.
doing open mics for like 3 months now.
Yep. It,
I'm
it takes work.
I've been doing it about 2 years now, and when it comes time to me, I'm thinking to myself, no, I'm not taking that. Maybe I shouldn't take it.
Gotcha.
I'm not begging people, hey, listen, I should be doing this. No, I appreciate whatever you have. But I think once you're 5 years in, 6 years in, 10 years in, you got to make some tough choices.
Yes, you do. Am I gonna stick with this, or I'm gonna stay? I'm gonna go to day job and stick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it truly is, man. I want to thank everybody that's listening out there. We got that All for the Money show coming up. Like I said, guys, you don't want to miss that. It's a great time, a unique interactive comedy show, and we give away over $2,000 in cash and prizes. Make sure you go to whenyouneedus.com/events. Get those tickets right now. Also, guys, don't forget on July 12th, it's going to go down. That's right, at Tropical Paradise. They are doing something absolutely crazy. They're bringing you some of the funniest cats from around the country doing comedy on Friday night. But from 7 to 9, for only $20, they are doing an open bar. You heard me right. $20 from 7 to 9 get you an open bar tab. You guys can have a great time and great comedy, but the party doesn't even stop after that because later on that night, it is old school R&B hip hop Friday night takeover. That's people from my generation. And from 10 to 12, they're doing another open bar for you guys to have a great time, some good drinks. So make sure you guys go out and support that. And if you guys want to see me this weekend, you can. I'm going to be at the Sad Man Comedy Cafe in Boca Raton. That's right. I'm going to be there Friday and Saturday. If you guys want to get those tickets, go to my social media or go to Eventbrite under Sad Man Comedy Cafe, and you guys will definitely check out me. And I'm going to be doing some comedy. So if you're down south, come check me out. I need more friends in my life. Where you guys going to be this weekend, guys?
Well, I was
Miguel?
going to go to Miguel first. I couldn't tell.
I think Miguel's not doing.
No, this
Go ahead,
weekend
Miguel.
I'm good, man. I'm good this
Gotcha.
weekend, man. I'm gonna be I'll be at the 12th though. I'm gonna go. I'm with David Jolly and Cam Patterson at the Kill Tony show, hanging out. So the 12th I'll be
Nice.
over there at the
Wow,
Hard Rock.
good for you,
Yeah.
man.
Nice, man. And what you got going on this weekend, Mr. Jeff Kaufman?
I'm taking half my team on Wednesday to Journey and Def Leppard.
Ooh, okay.
And then on Thursday night, I'm taking the other half to Morgan Wallen in Tampa.
Oh, Hard R. All
So-
right. All right. That's his new name, Morgan Hard R. Wallen. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it a lot, man. And don't forget, people, every Saturday you can check me and this gentleman out on Real Radio 104.1 Under Oath Podcast with Mr. Jeff Kaufman. Thank you guys for all the love and all the great comments that you guys and feedback been giving us, man. I appreciate y'all. On behalf of Real Laughs, myself, Mr. Miguel Colon Jr., and Jeff Kaufman, thank y'all for listening. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Jeff, tell them what to do.
Take your ass to bed.
We out.